Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a truly fascinating, deeply transformative concept from our source text all about living life completely free of regrets. We're going to explore what it means to live fully accounted. And let me tell you, this philosophy, it's going to fundamentally challenge how you view your daily routines, your relationships, and yeah, even your own mortality. So let's just jump right in. No one steps in the same river twice. It's a famous quote, right? And it beautifully anchors the whole narrative we're exploring today. The text uses this idea to set a really contemplative tone about a universal reality, life's impermanence. Basically, everything in our existence is in this constant state of flux, changing from one single moment to the very next. We're always moving forward, and that water is always rushing past us. It perfectly sets the stage for why holding on to the past or, constantly deferring to the future is just a fundamentally flawed strategy. Okay, Section 1, the unpredictable journey and the reality of impermanence. So the author frames life as this highly unpredictable journey where literally any moment or any place could be our final stop. Sudden shifts can just change everything without a single warning. The text uses this really beautiful, kind of haunting poetic contrast to make this reality hit home. First, it paints a picture of last year, human faces and peach blossoms reflected in red. It's a vivid, happy, warm memory. But then, the contrast. This year, you are nowhere to be found, while blossoms smile in the breeze. It brilliantly illustrates just how quickly the people we love can vanish from our lives. The author points out that once we step outside our front doors, there is absolutely no guarantee we'll return. Our casual little farewells, they might actually be our final partings. And if we leave things unsaid, well, those silences become permanent. Moving on to Section 2, defining fully accounted, the core maxim. To counter this really intense anxiety we all feel about life's impermanence, the source text introduces a powerful ultimate solution. Coined by Dalyun Celestial from the spiritual community Life Chanyuan, the maxim is this: anywhere, anytime, fully accounted, leaving no room for regret or remorse by fully completing your emotional and spiritual duties in the present moment. The text argues that regret and remorse only creep in when we fail to live this way, and the terrible tragedy of the human condition is that most people only realize this fatal mistake in their final days, lying right there on their deathbeds. By that time, as the text notes, it's entirely too late to make things right. So, you're probably wondering, how do we actually do this? Well, the source doesn't just leave us hanging with abstract ideas. It gives us highly actionable steps. To be fully accounted, we need to share our deepest blessings and praise with our loved ones right now, today. We should perform small acts of kindness whenever we can, live with a crystal clear conscience, and frankly, just enjoy the present moment fully. We have to speak and act exactly as the moment requires. The huge takeaway here is to live as if you're ready to depart at any instant for a new journey through the universe. As the text explicitly warns, we absolutely cannot sacrifice today for the illusion of tomorrow. The present moment is quite literally the only thing that's real. Which brings us to Section 3, the illusion of ownership. What is truly ours? We've covered the what and the how, but now we're diving deep into the why behind this entire philosophy. The author argues that Earth is merely a temporary home. We're just visiting here temporarily by fate. The text describes the painful trap of earthly attachments, running around saying this is mine or that is mine, as a total illusion, and honestly, the very root of human suffering. Now, contrast that with what the text calls the spirit light of our awareness. The assertion here is that this awareness is our true, non-material life. The incredibly liberating realization is that we take absolutely nothing with us when we leave. No physical possessions, no property, no bank accounts. We are left with nothing but the spirit light of our awareness. Let's look at Section 4, the ultimate test. Are you ready? To figure out if we've successfully detached from this illusion of ownership, the author prepares us for a pretty intense thought experiment. Imagine if Jesus suddenly appeared and asked you to leave this world right now. Are there things you just couldn't let go of? The author uses this impartially as a cultural touchstone, but it's a very direct challenge to all of us. Would you have debts left unpaid, unfulfilled dreams, lingering earthly bonds holding you back? If you answer yes to any of those questions, the text says it's definitive proof that you simply haven't lived anywhere, anytime, fully accounted. What's truly fascinating is how the text views the next stage of the journey based on this preparedness. The gates of heaven are described as being universally open to absolutely everyone. We're talking people of all faiths, no faith, the good, the bad, all races. The gates are open. But here is the crucial catch the author emphasizes. While they're universally open to all, actually finding them and walking through them is incredibly difficult if we are weighed down by attachments. Imagine a perfect paradise right here on Earth. Could you drop every single thing and walk into it without looking over your shoulder? Saying you're ready is easy. Doing it without looking back, that is profoundly difficult. And finally, Section 5, Achieving Fearless Peace, the Sublime State. The text elevates this mindset of being fully accounted to a sublime state of great liberation. It actually compares it directly to deep Eastern concepts of enlightenment, like the ultimate wisdom of prajna, the realization of the Bodhi path, or the total peace of Zen. When we let go of all remorse and actually live fully accounted in the present moment, our life's light shines brilliantly. The text states that by removing all regret, our mind and body will quite literally resonate in pure joy, aligning perfectly with celestial beings. When you practice this mindset, you are essentially building an unshakable inner fortress of freedom. You become completely unfazed by worldly clamor. You become absolutely fearless. I mean, even in the face of massive, cataclysmic physical threats, like magnetic pole reversals or the sky and earth themselves collapsing, the author enthusiastically insists that with this level of inner peace, you become practically invulnerable. Outer physical threats, whether it's a blade, fire, or a raging storm, simply cannot harm a single hair on a person whose soul is totally at peace and ready to depart at any time. So, we've unpacked a truly transformative way of viewing our temporary stay on this earth, straight from our source text today. We've learned that the secret to fearless peace is clearing your emotional depths and leaving absolutely nothing unsaid. Which brings us to a provocative question that I really want to leave you to ponder long after this explainer ends. If your unpredictable journey ended today, right in this very moment, are you fully accounted?